seem. I do indeed think that I have to check these sort of things. Alright, well, let's get started. But before I get to the game, well, other stuff too, but how you doing, Internet? I'm Peanuts. Good morning, and also welcome to the stream. Welcome shortly to Genshin Impact. First, and this is something that I think I should do more of, I'd like to review something for you. And I believe I mentioned before in videos as well as some streams that I work for a public library, Vaughan Public Library, and as such, I'm in a position where interesting things, which I don't have my light on, but interesting things often cross my desk, and that's where I'm in the position to read them and then share them with you. So I'd like to start this stream off by reviewing for you how to change your entire life by doing absolutely nothing, and do nothing relaxation exercises to calm you down quickly so you can speed forward faster by Karen Salmonson. So this little book is one of those items that crossed my desk that I thought, well, that's interesting, I'll give it a look. So after it was going out, I put a hold on it, and then I read it, and then I passed it on to my mother, who teaches mindfulness-based stress reduction, and also been passing around to the rest of my family. So it does contain a number of different warnings about its content, including that one. But it's a very interesting book. Most of it is large text like that, and quite humorous things, such as that. But what drives it is this one instance, which is this. Wake up and smell your coffee and do nothing else. If you drink coffee, I don't. But basically, she found this thing that allowed her to focus on the one thing and enjoy it until the experience of enjoying it was done. My camera is a bit askew. With the side of... Oh, I don't have to do the whole reference, do I? But what's interesting about this is that she starts off, like, this whole book is like a journey. So she starts off with these anxieties about the past, what happened in the past, what's going to happen in the future, and with a lot less energy, feeling exhausted and fatigued a lot of time, not having the energy to do everything that she wanted to do until she started to do these do-nothing exercises, such as smelling the coffee. It says 10 minutes, force yourself not to think or talk about the problems, just stopped and smelled the coffee, whiffed the wafting aroma, stared at the pretty milk swirl, savored every good to bitter to best nuance, came the coffee, went from coffee bean to coffee bean. So slowing down and focusing on the one thing. And from this one exercise of just focusing on this one thing, she started to open up to focusing on one thing or one other thing. and one more, and just slowing down and focusing on the one for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Just very quick focusing exercises, mostly about the things that she was doing anyway, but she wasn't focusing on them. And what this did was it stopped her from focusing on the negative thoughts about how things sucked, about the things that stressed her out. And it also opened her up to exploration because she was very curious. So she started to do research, found that all the things that she was doing were mindfulness things. And that led her to the different practices of mindfulness, uh, Buddhists, for example, and other practitioners of mindfulness. And that exploration just opens up a whole lot. This isn't a long book. It doesn't take a long time to read. And it can serve as a sort of an introduction as well to mindfulness for those who don't do mindfulness, who believe they don't have the time to do mindfulness because they're so busy with all this other stuff. It's a kind of busyness that maybe she herself thought she had at first, but starting to focus on the now instead of the past or the future also gave her more focus for what she was doing and more energy. As Paimon might have put it, by doing this, she had more brain juice with which to address the things within her day. So, just like as with the rest of my family, I do highly, highly recommend that you pick up and read this book. Even if you don't practice mindfulness, and even if you do, this is a very quick and humorous way to look at it. I do recommend it. You can, of course, find it at Vaughan Public Libraries. As well, I think you should be able to find it at the other libraries and bookstores as well, if you can't find it anywhere else. So, How to Change Your Entire Life by Doing Absolutely Nothing by Karen Simonson. Yeah. All of that said, let's get into it. I have to find the right window. So for today, and I try not to get too bothered by the small stuff, but my ring light got a bit knocked. Let's let the stream and stuff get caught up first. I don't want, or if lag is going to happen, I want it to be more controlled. So what I want to do, first before I go do that, perhaps I should review this things that I did offline first. So I did do a bit of leveling for my characters, the characters who I hadn't previously. Ether was at 80 before. Yuva, I think, was at 80 or 70. I made her 80. I brought Ayaka up to 80.
A blade embraces it.
Utab was probably... Yomiya I brought up to 79, with some space in there. Yangling, 79. Jin is still 70. Raiden is now 70. And I got her the catch, as well as one of the refined materials for it, and brought the catch up to 80. So yes, I did some of the fishing. One of the things that actually helped greatly in that was the fishing event, because fish keep spawning in it, so you can catch more. Well, I think most everyone else was as they are now. Sarah's still level 1. I'll level her later. Right now, I have others who can do the ranged DPS thing, including